Welcome to Hidden Finance, the channel where economics and finance reveal their most hidden secrets. Support the channel by subscribing and liking without missing any new mysteries revealed. When we think of Germany today, the image we have is that of an economic and industrial powerhouse, a leader in Europe and among the top in the world. But it hasn't always been that way. In 1840, at the end of the First Industrial Revolution, Germany was still a fragmented and predominantly agricultural reality, far behind countries like France and the United Kingdom. The history of modern Germany is the result of a series of economic, political, and social choices that transformed the country into one of the world's largest industrial powers. In this video, we will take a journey through this transformation, analyzing the key moments that marked Germany's economic rise. To better understand this history, we need to go back to 1834, a crucial year in which a fundamental process began: the creation of the Zollverein, the customs union among the German states. At that time, Germany did not yet exist as a unified state but was fragmented into small independent states, each with its own laws and trade barriers. The Zollverein was the first step towards removing these barriers and allowed the free exchange of goods among the various states. This opened the doors to industrial development by reducing tariffs and promoting greater competitiveness of local industries. The creation of the Zollverein was an initiative of Prussia, one of the most powerful states among the German ones, which saw free trade as a great opportunity to strengthen its own economy and that of the other member states. Initially, the union was supposed to last only 8 years, but the economic benefits were so evident that it was soon extended indefinitely. This represented the first real step towards an integrated and modern economy, which gave rise to a period of rapid industrial growth. In those years, many nations were adopting protectionist policies, imposing heavy tariffs on imported goods to protect their local industries from foreign competition. Germany was in a similar situation, with its internal market fragmented and too small to allow for real industrial development. The German states had already initiated some attempts at industrialization, especially in the textile sector, but without a unified internal market, companies could not grow enough to compete internationally. The Zollverein radically changed this situation by eliminating internal customs barriers and allowing the German states to trade freely among themselves. This had an immediate impact on local industries, which were able to expand and increase production. The growing demand for industrial products drove the development of new infrastructure, such as railways, which further facilitated trade and the distribution of goods. Another fundamental factor for Germany's industrial development was the strategic use of natural resources. During the second half of the 19th century, large reserves of coal and iron were discovered in the Ruhr Basin, one of the richest raw material regions in Europe. Thanks to the Zollverein, these resources could be utilized on a large scale by German industries, contributing to the creation of a top-tier steel sector. The construction of an extensive railway network further accelerated economic development. The railway united the different German states, reducing transportation times and lowering costs. This favored not only industry, but also internal trade, allowing rural areas to access goods and machinery at more competitive prices. Despite these economic developments, Germany was not yet a unified state. In 1871, thanks to the aggressive policies of the Prussian Chancellor Otto von Bismarck and a series of military victories, Germany was finally unified under the Second Reich, with the King of Prussia becoming the German Emperor. Political unification allowed Germany to further consolidate its economic potential, creating an even larger internal market and fostering a climate of greater stability. With unification and continued industrial expansion, Germany established itself as one of the major economic powers in Europe. Heavy industries, such as steel and chemicals, experienced unprecedented growth, making Germany an economic powerhouse. However, rapid industrialization also brought significant challenges, including strong international competition, and, subsequently, the Great Depression of 1873. During the Great Depression of 1873, Europe and the United States went through a period of economic crisis caused by an oversupply relative to demand. This led to a collapse in prices and profits, with devastating consequences for many companies. However, Germany managed to overcome this crisis by consolidating its industrial sector. Large German companies, financially more robust, were able to acquire struggling small businesses, creating large industrial groups that would dominate the German economy for decades. This phase of consolidation allowed Germany to build a powerful and well-organized industrial system, which would enable it to face future economic crises with greater resilience. Germany's economic rise was abruptly halted with the outbreak of World War I in 1914. At the end of the conflict, Germany emerged defeated and devastated, with enormous war reparations to pay and an economy in ruins. The economic crisis worsened further with hyperinflation in 1923, which collapsed the value of the mark and plunged much of the population into poverty. In the following years, with the help of the Dawes Plan and international support, Germany managed to stabilize its economy, but the Great Depression of 1929 hit the country hard, paving the way for the rise of Nazism and World War II. After World War II, Germany was once again in ruins, divided between East and West, and under foreign occupation. However, starting in the 1950s, thanks to the forward-thinking economic policies of Ludwig Erhard, the Minister of Economy, and the support of the Marshall Plan, West Germany experienced what was called the Wirtschaftswunder, the economic miracle. The economic system adopted during this period, known as ordoliberalism, was based on creating a solid regulatory framework that favored private initiative and competition, but with strong state intervention to ensure order and stability. This combination of liberal policies and state regulation allowed West Germany to quickly rebuild its economy and become one of the most important industrial powers in the world. Today, Germany is recognized as one of the world's major economic powers, with an advanced industry and a strong presence in the technological, chemical, and automotive sectors. The path that led Germany to this success was long and full of challenges. But through strategic economic and political choices, the country managed to overcome crises, wars, and internal divisions to emerge as a leader in Europe and the world. The German model continues to be a benchmark for many countries, demonstrating how an economy can thrive through innovation, discipline, and a strong capacity for adaptation. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next mysteries of the economic world. But what's your opinion? Share it in the comments.